He was arrested and nearly killed for stealing bread, just because he was a black man. As the trial unfolds, the world watches closely, aware that this case is about much more than just a loaf of bread. It represents a deep-rooted issue of racial injustice that continues to plague society. In a moment charged with emotion, he contemplates the implications of his situation, aware that his story is emblematic of a much larger fight against injustice that demands to be fought. As he steps into the light of freedom, the echoes of community support resonate deeply within him, fueling his resolve to continue fighting not just for himself, but for countless others who remain unheard. With each powerful word he speaks, the crowd roars in affirmation, transforming his personal struggle into a beacon of hope for all those fighting against racial discrimination and injustice. As he raises the sign high, he realizes that this movement is no longer just about him. It has grown into a powerful call for change that resonates deeply within communities far and wide. Surrounded by the names and faces of those who have stood alongside him, he feels a renewed sense of purpose, committed to ensuring that the lessons learned from his experience will pave the way for a more just and equitable future. With each word he shares, he ignites a spark of hope in others, proving that one person's struggle can inspire a wave of change, pushing society toward a more inclusive and understanding world. In the midst of this celebratory atmosphere, he reflects on how far he has come, recognizing that every small victory adds up to a larger movement, uniting voices that were once silenced. As he leads the march, the energy of the crowd surges around him, blending together in a harmonious call for justice, demonstrating that dialogue and mutual respect can pave the way toward true reconciliation. In this pivotal moment, he recognizes his role is not just as a survivor, but as a leader, with the power to influence policies that can reshape lives and foster a more equitable society. By connecting with the next generation, he plants seeds of hope and resilience, fueling their passion for change and inspiring them to continue the fight for justice long after he has stepped away. As he receives the award, he feels the weight of responsibility settle on his shoulders, realizing that this recognition is not just for him, but for all those who have fought and continue to fight for justice. In this moment of celebration, he understands that their collective efforts have sparked a movement, one that reaches far beyond individual stories and embodies the hope for a future free from discrimination. As ideas flow freely and enthusiasm fills the air, he is reminded that change is a communal effort, fueled by collaboration and the unwavering spirit of those who seek justice. In this pivotal meeting, he articulates not just his personal journey, but the voices of countless others, urging decision-makers to listen closely and take decisive steps toward equality and justice. As he interacts with the next generation, he recognizes the vital role of uplifting young voices, understanding that the legacy of his fight will ultimately depend on those who continue to push for change and equality. Encouraged by the generosity of those around him, he feels the power of community engagement, realizing that each contribution is a step closer to dismantling the barriers that perpetuate inequality. As he shares his insights during the debate, he is acutely aware that this conversation is crucial. It has the potential to change hearts and minds, paving the way for a more just society. In this vibrant educational environment, he sees firsthand the power of knowledge as a tool for change, believing that equipping young minds with awareness will empower them to challenge injustices. As the mural comes to life, he understands that art can serve as both a medium of expression and a catalyst for conversation, transforming public spaces into platforms for social change. In this energetic assembly, he feels the weight of responsibility to ignite passion within these young hearts, knowing that the seeds of change are being sown among future leaders. With each signature, he feels the connection with readers, knowing that his story extends beyond the pages and resonates with those seeking inspiration and courage in their own battles. In this collaborative space, he witnesses the transformative power of dialogue, recognizing that cultivating empathy is essential for bridging divides and creating a more harmonious society. As he presents his case to the legislators, the weight of history on his shoulders reminds him that this is more than just policy. It is about the lives affected by decisions made within these walls. Within these walls of learning, he feels a renewed sense of hope, knowing that empowering the next generation with knowledge and tools can lead to a transformation in societal attitudes. In this age of connectivity, he recognizes that sharing stories can transcend borders, bringing together individuals who share a common goal, the pursuit of justice and equality. As conversations flow and ideas are exchanged, he feels the transformative power of community engagement, understanding that collective action can drive meaningful change. In this moment of unity and resolve, he feels invigorated by the spirit of activism, recognizing that their collective voices can no longer be ignored and must echo through the halls of power. In this collaborative session, he understands that economic equity is essential in the fight for justice, empowering individuals to uplift themselves and each other. As he gazes at the horizon, he realizes that although the path to justice is long, every step taken by individuals working together brings them closer to a brighter future. In this moment of celebration, He impresses upon them the significance of their roles as future leaders, urging them to carry the torch of activism as they step into new chapters of their lives.